can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Hey, what is up, everybody? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, welcoming you to another unboxing and review of something from a galaxy far, far away. And so I told you I would get some lights in my room, but this isn't quite all the lights that I want, but it's a start. But I digress. If this is your first time here, please hit that like and subscribe. We are on our way to 1,000, and right now we are currently sitting at 175. So we're 25 away from the first, well, I guess it'd be the second giveaway that we've had. So when we hit that 200, I've got a few things I want to give away. And then 300, we got a great giveaway for that. At 400, at 500, and then at 1,000, you don't want to miss that. So subscribe, get notified when new videos are coming out. And if you have been watching, thank you. Because without you, I'd just be talking to myself, which I do a lot of anyway. So I might as well be talking to you guys and just be delivering amazing fun and goodness to you. And so with that, we are going to be looking at something, it's not necessarily new, but it's new to me. I picked it up at a comic book convention, about a year ago, and it's just been sitting on my shelf. A lot of this stuff's been sitting on my shelf, just waiting to be opened up. But you know what? I waited for y'all. I waited for y'all to open it up because, that's the kind of guy I am. I'm the kind of guy that waits for y'all so y'all can enjoy it. I want you to be like that person who's on a diet and goes to another person and say, tell me about that donut. What kind of frosting was on it and things like that. So, but I am opening these things so that way you don't have to. If you go, you know what, I'm going to pass on that one because of my thoughts and reviews, then that's what you need to do. Or you may go, I've got to get it, and that's okay too. Or you may already have it and you just want some other thoughts on it. So let's take a look at what we are going to be unboxing. And so let me grab it over here. Ooh, we got another egg attack from Beast Kingdom, Mandalorian with Grogu. If you're not familiar with Beast Kingdom, take a look at their stuff. I'll put a link to their site. They got some really cool statues, some cool figures, and then they have these egg attack ones. The reason why they're called that is because they got that deformed head. Although, even though they have that, there's a lot of articulation, a lot of good moving pieces with it. I did a Boba Fett one, which I'll put a link to in the description of the Boba Fett unboxing, but I've got the Mando one. And then I also have a Darth Maul one that I'm going to get to unboxing too. So let's come over to my Mad Lab and let's get started. And here we have Mando with baby Grogu in his satchel. So here is the front of the box. So let's take a look at this box. So there is the front, nice clean design saying egg attack, the EAA122. There is another Mandalorian one with baby Grogu, well, I was going to say baby Yoda, but Grogu in his pram, which is another cool one that I would love to have. There it is, the Star Wars logo. On the back just shows a few of the accessories and the poses that you can do, and then another Star Wars logo there, Star Wars logo there, and on the bottom again, choking hazards, please do not eat this, and not for people under the age of 15. So if you are 14 or under, it's not recommended for you. And here is the inside. So we get a nice look at all the accessories that it comes with. And then we get a nice look at him in his packaging. So really nice packaging by Beast Kingdom. That was part of the reason I kind of kept it in the box, because I love the look of it. But as you know, sometimes collector's items, toys, they're meant to come out of the box and breathe a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to let Mando breathe without taking his helmet off, because this is the way. So let's do an unboxing of the Egg Attack Mandalorian. And as always, we are going to have my trusty Wesley Snipes, who is going to help us out with the unboxing. right, he is out of the box for our enjoyment in his beautiful Beskar armor, except for that little plate right there. So let's take a closer look first at the accessories and the things you get. So first of all, you do get a stand to mount Mando on if you choose to do so, which is awesome. And then, oh, who can resist that? Little baby Grogu, baby Yoda or Grogu. Who can resist him? So cute. Then we also have his jetpack. Interesting, there's no like tab or anything, so I'm wondering if it's magnetic, but really cool detailing on that jetpack there too as well. We also have his ambient phase rifle. Nice weathering details on this. Now remember, for my Boba Fett one, a lot of these are small, so be careful as you put these in his hand. Oh, this is cool. You got his Beskar, a little thing of Beskar armor, or Beskar steel. I don't know if you can see that. That's very awesome. His pistolero right there. Then we got two sets of hands. We got open hands. So with arms wide open. There we go. Open hands, the Happy Hands Club. And then hands that can hold guns. Sun's out, guns out. So we got those hands too. Love the detail. I don't know if you can see kind of just the weathering of the gloves. Really, really cool. And then pimp chain right here. Got this pimp chain for Grogu, which is really awesome. And then this little tiny black plastic piece. I have no idea what that is too, but we will find out soon enough. So that's enough of the accessories. Let's get on to the main event. Let's take a look at Mando himself. So we'll get a closer look at him. Let me bring him in close. Look at that noggin. Big old melon, but very nice and shiny. There's the back of that noggin. And then if we take a look at his armor, just shiny Beskar. We got his bandolier, is that what that's called, with all of his phase rifle bullets. We have his belt. We have more bullets. We got, I love again the detail in the armor. We also have his holster, which you can put the gun in, and his outfit, believe it or not, this stuff right here is cloth. It's very cool. And his cape, it's cloth too, but the cool thing is there's a wire on the inside, so if you want to pose that cape ever so cool, so it looks like it's flowing in the wind. There's no wind in here. Well, Mando brings his own wind. He breaks like the wind. That's a bat fart joke. But from an articulation standpoint, the head does move up, down, side to side. Arms, you have some movement. The cloth armor, or the cloth, his outfit kind of restricts the arm a little bit, but you do have some movement there. I think if he wasn't wearing his clothes, first he'd look weird, but second of all, you could have better movement. His waist, you do have a little bit of a swivel there, not much. And then his feetsies, he can kick up that far, so he's like me, not very flexible. And then you can bend that knee back. And then his feet, oh yeah, we got some really cool toe tilt there, and then some great ankle movement. So that is about it for the posability on him. So let's get him with some of his accessories in so we can kind of take a look. First of all, let's take a look at this backpack here, or this jetpack. Like I said, I think it's magnetic. So, yep, there we go. Just that simple. A pretty strong magnet too. I love it. Love it. And then this is cool. So you can put his rifle right back here too. Oop. So you can have that hanging out. That's awesome. So let's see here. Let's put we'll get Grogu on him. We'll get him in some poses and just kind of give you some other thoughts about him. So stay tuned as we do that. And here we have him with baby Grogu in his little satchel. So we got him just kind of hanging out there with Mando. Mando's ready to protect the child at all costs. So in order to put Grogu on there, you had to remove the head. Now, I could tell you some of the tough things. These hands are very tough to pop in there, so everything's on a ball joint. So again, I broke my Boba Fett gun, and so I wanted to be very gentle with him on this one, and so that's why I didn't really try to force it. But the leather, the plastic is tight, so you got to work it a little bit. You got to work the hands a little bit. The gun, it's sitting on there loose, so I can just do that and it would just pop off. But again, this figure is meant to be displayed, not necessarily to be played with. And so if I want to take baby Grogu, I keep calling him baby Grogu. He's not a baby. He's like, what, 50 something years old? But yeah, you have to pull the head off, and then you can pop the head back on. Oh, see, the head's on a cool little ball joint here. And so you have to pop that head back on, and just like that. And then we can kind of work through some poses here. Maybe. And see, this is the weird part, that elbow. There we go. Boom. Nice, cool pose. And there he goes. But that's what this is for, to keep him from doing that. So we shall put the stand together. Let's put the stand together so we can keep Mando from falling over. And that way he can do his thing. The other thing, too, you can use the stand for, which I have for Boba Fett, is you can get him in flight poses, which is really, really cool, especially since he does have a jetpack. You can do that. So let me throw this stand together really quickly. Don't worry, Mando. Support literally is coming your way. Boom, boom, boom. The stand is gorgeous because it has the Mandalorian logo on that right there. So as you're displaying your beautiful Mando, let's move the cape out of the way. Let's put this around your waist. Let's move the cape. Let's see if we can bend that up a little bit. Oh yeah, got that wind blown look. There we go. So yeah, you can do some really, really cool poses. Now with the rifle, let's take this gun out. Let's put the rifle in his hand. Let's get that and get him turning the other way and put that over this way. So I like to kind of try to go ahead and pose him the way he should be posed. Now this looks like it's gonna go kind of something like so. Oh no. Do I need to use this one? Is this the hand? This is the hand? This is the hand. This is the hand that we need. So he can hold his rifle. Yeah. So again, I'll show you. Hand pops off. Oh, it pulled the ball joint out with that hand. That's not good. Let's put that ball joint back in. And oh, you fart knocker. So, give me just a moment, folks, while I got some technical difficulties. Let's get this taken care of. And here he is with his phase rifle. I'm going to tell y'all what looked like mere seconds to y'all in this change. Look at this thumb. That's called ball joint popping off of this hand. And then trying to get the ball joint back on the hand. ball joint popping off onto the floor somewhere, looking all over the floor for about 45 minutes, only to find out it went into the crease of a bookcase that God knows how it got there, but I know basically the laws of physics state that anything small will get into a place that your hands can't get into. So I had to find something to get that on. Finally got the ball joint back on the hand back on the arm, and then to realize I had the wrong hand on. To do it all over again, this time not dropping the ball joint, but putting a nice bruise on my thumb. But all that for your posing pleasure of Mando holding his rifle. And hopefully you enjoy it. And you're like, I liked him in the other pose. Well, you know what? So what? He's going to stay in this pose for a little bit because my hand hurts. My fingers hurt. So let's get back together just for some of my final thoughts around this figure. Welcome back together again. So let's bring Mando back into the fold here. There he is. Just one last look at him. Overall impressions of the figure, I mean, I dig him. It's Star Wars. Mandalorian, one of the hottest characters that are out right now, both physically with Pedro Pascal, with his, as well as figuratively speaking. But one of the hottest characters out there, going to be a part, I think, of the Star Wars universe for a long time. It's a great figure. The pros, it's highly posable. You get all sorts of accessories with it. You get a little baby with a little Grogu that goes into a sack that can be right here, and then and it just looks cool. Even though it has the deformed head piece, I mean, the Beskar armor, look at it. It is amazing. I mean, the detail they put into something that they purposefully deformed is great, and the rifle itself too is very phenomenal. My only complaints for this figure is I should not have to be in the World's Strongest Man competition to change out his hands. Those ball joints are finicky. If you all have any good ideas on how to make it easier, please let me know. And then the cloth here makes it a little tough to pose him, but I mean, that's just a minor annoyance. The biggest thing for me was if I want to change out the hands, which plus they give you multiple hands, the minus is you got to be on God's power team to make that happen. It'll take all the heavens, all the angels up there, the archangels, everyone and every demon in hell to get those hands on and off. Well, off is easy. On, woo, please, that's tough. Now, there are multiple versions of that figure. There's the one that has Grogu in his pram, and I'll put a photo of that here. And then there's a Comic-Con version that has an even shinier armor, as well as comes with the Darksaber and the Beskar spear. I would love to have that Comic-Con version, but right now, getting him on the third-party websites, he's a little bit pricey. So he's on my wish list. I've got one Mando right now. One Mando will do. Who am I kidding? I'm probably going to get the other one. But I'm in love with these Beast Kingdom figures. On a scale of good, bad, or awesome, this one's not as fragile as Boba Fett. His gun, super fragile in Boba Fett's Beast Kingdom one. This one, not quite as fragile, easier to play with. It was a joy putting them together, except for those hands. I mean, it's going to be tough hitchhiking with his thumb. It's hurt, it's bruised, but that's okay. This is the way that we've got to make this happen. But on a scale of good, bad, or awesome, I would give this an awesome. I mean, I like him. I love Boba Fett, don't get me wrong, but Mando all of a sudden has a special place in my heart. And so really dig the detail. The cloth cape with the wire in it is freaking phenomenal. So I can make Mando make his own wind to have that cape billowing in the background. You have the magnetic jetpack, which is awesome. Instead of having to peg that thing in like on the Boba Fett figure, it's magnetic, which hallelujah, more things should do things magnetically. But overall, really pleased with it. So I hope this review and this unboxing helped you, because if you want to get it, I'd encourage you. I'll put on some websites you can get it. I'll put Beast Kingdom's website where you can see some other stuff they have. They have some really cool statues. And they don't just sell Star Wars. They do DC, they do Marvel, they do Disney. They do all the fandoms. And so, but Star Wars just happens to be the one that I started with. So thank you. And I'm going to give a shout out to Rocky at Crypto Comics here in Knoxville, because he's the one that gave me a great deal on these at the convention that I went to. Normally you would pick these figures up for like $70 a piece. I got both of them for $100. I think it was the last day of the Comic-Con and he didn't want to pack them up, so I was able to get both of them for $100 with Mandalorian and the Darth Maul one that I'll be opening on a later time. So really thankful for that, because I love Star Wars. Star Wars is my favorite. I mean, but yeah, and I think the reason why I like the Mandalorian is it's like a Western. It's a space Western, which is great. So with that, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. For those of y'all that kind of skipped through it, you missed out. I was giving away free donuts, so you missed out on it. So you have to rewind and rewatch it. I'm just kidding. There was no donuts. I ate them all. So, but thank you all for watching. So remember, stay young, have fun, and be awesome. And may the Force be with you. This is the way. And peace be with you.